All right. Reverend Judy, would you like to do the bowls, please? Good morning. I'm Reverend Tress Phillips, and it's my honor today to do the meditation. So I invite you to just become quiet, still, and be in the now moment. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. And know that as we do this meditation, that it is just the meditation. Any outside sounds, anything contrary, we let it go and be right here, right now, in this moment. And I ask myself, what is this moment? It is interesting, for it is my thoughts that generate what happens, how I feel, what I do. And I also realize that I have a power of choice, and I choose to feel the gentle flow of love in my heart, in my body, in my soul, like a gentle wave, or like the wind gently kissing the leaves of the trees and see them gently flutter. And that love is the love of God, the love of the divine mind, in, as, and through me. Peace, calm, joy, oneness, peace, calm, joy, oneness. I choose to let go, to feel the divine within me, to know that God is truly all there is. If I'm shaking my head at the idea of the word God, instead I use the word I'm comfortable with. Divine mind, divine spirit, higher power, my beloved, my peacemaker. Whatever word I connect with, that is the right and perfect word for me to see the beauty of the true life force that dwells within me in fact, is the very essence of my being, is God, divine mind. I feel that within every inch of my body. Peace. I relax in the oneness of the all, the divine oneness, and realize that through my life, I am able to express the beauty of what I feel. I am able to express love and joy and honoring and patience. I am able to say to someone kind words that may be a very bridge that helps them on their journey of life to see the beauty and the God divine essence of their own life. Every moment, a new experience. Every moment, a new opportunity to express the divine, to feel the joy of life itself. And every moment provides me with an opportunity to learn myself about others. Or new ideas, or new concepts. For life is ever unfolding as it should. And I am perfectly equipped to live this life. Every moment I am alive. For within me is the strength and the power and the knowledge and the everlasting love of the divine mind. For I am more than just a simple human being. I am a divine creation. I am part of the all that is, the whole universal mind. What a joy and what an honor this truly, truly is. And as I take time, I relax and I honor the life I am living. I honor those around me. And I honor those I am yet to meet. Peace, calm, joy, and yes, today, part of what I may choose to experience is laughter and amusement and a feeling of being free and light in every step journey. And I release this to the divine mind, letting it go, knowing it is so that all is right, all is perfect, all is the divine in expression, and so it is. Good morning.
I'm Reverend Judy Anderson, and it is my joy, my privilege, my pleasure to welcome you this morning to our celebration of life and love. And to begin, have a word of affirmative prayer or what we call spiritual anointing, simply to know that there is a day. I do know that there is a day because I know that God is the center of the whole world, enveloping all of it, being there, expressing itself through every being, through every blade of grass, through every being on its planet. God not only encompassing all, but knowing itself as all. And so I speak into knowing that God is right there, right where I am, right where you are, right where each one of us are. Whether there is rain of this message or not, God is, we are, and so it is. Now let's go to our opening affirmation and read it together. All right. Hold my mic and slip a little bit. All right, our opening affirmation. Joyously I enter into the good of this day. I celebrate and rejoice, knowing that God is good, life is good, and I am good. I move and act and speak from a state of grace and loving kindness toward all, and so it is. And then we have a couple of announcements. First of all, I want to tell you that we now have a Christmas Bureau box, and the intention for that, we said it was filled to full and overflowing with brand new, unwrapped toys for children who may be in need. And that they usually collect right around the middle of the month. So if you can bring some toys, and if you're planning or hoping to come during the week, Reverend Tress and Russ are usually here from 10 until noon on Monday and Tuesday. You might have to knock on the door to get their attention, but that is the time you could bring them. Juliet is usually here on a Thursday morning, but I'm not quite sure what her times are or whether it follows the same day. So Sunday before the service, Monday or Tuesday morning, that would be wonderful. I am saving a box deep and overflowing with lovely brand new toys. So thank you for that. And we now have our message for the children, whether you're at home or right here. Haley, if you want to come up here, and you come right up and sit. Come right up and stand beside me so they can see you in the camera. And Haley has a beautiful dress and a beautiful mask on. She's taking care of the people around her. So, Haley, the message for today is about forgiving. Do you know about forgiving? Yes, you've got it. That's exactly right. And our message here says everybody makes mistakes. And forgiveness means you overlook the mistake and you keep loving those people just as much as you ever did. And you say, it's all right. I make mistakes too sometimes. So it's okay. It means you do not punish people for what they've done, even if you think they deserve it, right? You can even forgive yourself. Do you ever do something that makes you feel bad inside and you wish you hadn't done it? Can you forgive yourself and say, I love myself anyway, I'll do better next time? That's being forgiving. And it's really important to forgive ourselves. So forgiving is moving ahead, ready to do things differently, with faith that we can change. So if there's anything in my life where I hurt someone, I forgive myself, and I hope they will forgive me. If I've ever done anything that hurt you, I hope you will forgive me. Thank you. You do? Thank you, Haley. All right. And you can go back to your place. So, a lovely message and a beautiful young lady representing all the children that we wish we could have here with us. So thank you. And with that, I have great joy, huge pleasure in introducing once again Reverend Tress Phillips. And if you enjoyed her meditation, stay tuned because now we're going to hear a message, God in, as, and through me. Reverend Tress.
Seat warmers. I always do a meditation before I talk. And I'm in the car and it's cold and I'm thinking seat warmers. How lucky we are to have seat warmers. We always think about seat warmers, but there's something that I know some people will identify with, but people my age, females my age, that was called the mini skirt years. When it was cold in the winter, there were no seat warmers. Or in the summer, there were no seat coolers. So you certainly, in your mini skirt, knew exactly what the temperature was when you sat down. And I'm thinking, you know what? Right now, I don't even think of seat warmers as an extra in a car. It's expected. Oh, well, we'll warm up. And I'm thinking so much of what we do, we forget was once new. And guess what? Someone needed to be the first person to use the new sound system. So just like the seat warmers, guess who it is? I'm Reverend Tress, and I'm the guinea pig today to use the new system. So I'm hoping you're enjoying it because I am thrilled that we have it. And thank you to everyone here. Thank you for Maurice for coming in and helping show us how to get it going. We are so blessed with all the people that help us, always. Now, you may remember, you may not, but I was supposed to speak last week. And thank you, Reverend Judy, for stepping in for me. Had a bit of an interesting situation. You see, on Thursday before the Sunday I spoke, I had the symptoms of COVID, the sore throat, and then my voice went funny, and you can see my voice does go funny sometimes, but this was a different kind of funny, and I thought, you know what, I better get it tested. And the reason that I got it tested was because I don't want anyone else to be infected by me. It would have involved 2 schools. It would have involved an organization I'm active with that has a lot of military senior people in it. And it would have affected church here if I'd come in with COVID. So I went for the test because, that's another thing. I'm reading all the instructions, and it says once you have to make the commitment to have the test, you cannot go out in public. So if you go out in public, there's $1,000 fine. Well, people who know me, the minute I hear $1,000 fine, these ears go bing, and I'm thinking, okay, now this is serious. So I'm going there, and here we go to have the test. I drove there, and it starts, anyone who's played snakes and ladders knows exactly. You sort of go back and forth. So we're just starting on the road. There's one car ahead of me, starting to enter the gate idea of going, looping back and forth. That car ahead of me stopped, literally stopped. And I waited there about 5 minutes, because that's another instruction. You do not get out of the car. You have to remain in the vehicle. And it was an actual great thing, because I got to think of all the times that I had in my life literally stopped in my tracks. And why? Maybe I was afraid of something and did not want to move ahead. Maybe I didn't know where to turn. But Mahatma Gandhi says, man is a progressive being. There is nothing at a standstill in nature. Only God is motionless. For God was, is, and will be the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And yet, God is ever moving. So there you go. Even though I was stopped and the car was stopped, my mind was still moving, we were still moving, and the car eventually did go forward. And I had the test. And about 3 or 4 days later, I was doing my happy, I'm free, I do not have COVID dance. It was an interesting situation. So when I feel stagnant like that, like I have cement in my shoes, that I can't go forward, why not look at what my fears are? Well, I've changed a few things since that funny little sitting there waiting. I've started to dance again, and I know you'll think that's crazy. I used to love dancing. I get out my tablet, and if I have something to hang on to, that's good. It's a combination of Tai Chi, a combination of my physiotherapy exercises, and a combination of just dancing itself. And I do dancing to my favorite songs. And I won't mention what the music is, because I like fairly modern music, so I'll mention it. I like the rock type music, so you can really get moving to some of those. And I'm really getting a lot of good exercise, and I'm having fun. And I even was brave enough to say I would be part of a bake sale. Now, I know people run for the hills the minute they hear I'm going to cook or bake, but I actually did make some cookies, and I gave away some cookies for the bake sale. But there are the cookies that we thought no one could eat. So the poor little birdies that I feed every day, they're getting my cookies, but they're eating them. It has everything in it they need. But you see, there's a flame of life running through us. God, divine mind. We're not just some kind of bozo putting in time. We are all a beautiful part of the divine. Our individual actions affect the world we're in. That's the thing. So how am I acting? Well, that person stopping in that line was effective. They did affect me. And we drove past that same area the other day because there's another place we go to close by quite often. And the line now is huge, 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 way out of where the site is, way down the road and blocking a lot of traffic for other businesses. So that one car stopping, as it did back then before the big line started, would have affected, it probably would have gone right out to the highway if that car hadn't moved, if the lines were as they are now. So it shows how a little thing of us just not paying attention to what we're doing not only affects us, but affects others. Yet how am I affected by others? Do I allow others to upset me? Because I was thinking again about that car and thinking about some of the people I've been meeting lately, and I've been meeting a few angrier people than I was used to meeting before. And I think a few people are frustrated with restrictions and when's this going to be over, and it's over when it's over. And that's the other interesting part of life. Do we even know the answers? But the answer I know is divine mind is always in, as, and through everything. But we do have a wonderful experience every moment of the day. That is the power of choice. Each of us have the power of choice. And each of us have an idea, a concept of what God, divine mind is. My concept is my God, divine mind. God has a sense of humor, for which I'm always thankful for. And lately, with all the adjustments and restrictions, things have felt a bit like a gong show to me. But you know what? That makes it even funnier when I look around at it. Because I look at myself and I think of, oh my goodness. I think if there was something that I could trip over, I would probably trip over it. Or if there's something that would fall down, I would make it fall down, and you should have seen me cooking. It was interesting. However, I believed I could do it, and I did do it. I persevered, and I had fun. And I even bragged a bit to people that I did it. Now, they didn't buy what I cooked, so I'm not quite sure what what the result was, you know. But, and I do know that the birds are giving me their beady eye look, because every day I feed the birds and they wait. But it is a part of who we are, our belief system, our choice. So what are we choosing today? What are we doing in our life to make ourselves more at peace? And by doing so, bring more peace to the world. What difference can we make? Well, just by getting up in the morning, just by being here, each of us make a powerful, wonderful, and beautiful difference in the world. You see, God, divine mind, is living out its perfect life in us, as us, through us. I'm going to say that again. God, divine mind, is living its life in, as and through each of us every moment of the day. It is that life force, that flame in us, expressing, and every moment we're alive is important. Every breath we take enhances the world, and we, among all the others, are making a beautiful world together. Maybe I don't always understand, but that does not make the divine mind, the God essence, the creative energy any less in me. It is always there, loving, blessing, and guiding. There have been times in my life, and I'm sure in a few others, feeling alone. That's okay. It's an experience. Learn. Is there something to learn? Where can I see what I need? I am part of the whole. Can I phone someone? Can I reach out somehow? Or can I, as a person, reach out and touch others I know may be feeling a bit down right now? Every moment I have a choice. Because as being a human being born, I have a beautiful gift. The gift of choice. The gift of spirit working in, as, and through me. When I was growing up, and I know I'm not the only one in this, I developed a belief system that one of my parents taught me. And it's been a hard habit for me to break. The belief system would almost stagnate me, would almost paralyze me, just like that. You know, the more I talk about that car that held up the whole line, the happier I am that it was there, because it's certainly given me a lot to talk about today. And there you go. There's part of the everything fitting together, but stagnating. Afraid to move on. Afraid of being criticized. Afraid of not being good enough. Or afraid of being too good that other people don't like me. Afraid of being too smart. Too tall. Too short. Too thin. Too wide. None of that is true. The divine life, that flame within us, the God essence of who we are, that is the truth of who we are. Each of us have had at least one experience, and I'm sure there are many of us. Someone will come into our life that just automatically brings joy. You see them and you feel joy. And I have to be honest, seeing little Haley, well, she's not little, used to be little Haley, come in, automatic joy and love, just seeing her. What a gift. Now, does Haley know that? No. She's young and she's experiencing all the things the younger people experience. It can be a baby. It can be seeing a grandfather we haven't seen for a long time. Or just seeing two people who were total strangers connect with one another and have joy together. It makes our hearts sing. And here, I know I have, and I think probably more than me have thought, well, I don't really make a big deal in this life. Nobody really cares that, it's not a big deal. Everything I do does make a difference. So where is there joy around me? Have I opened my eyes to see it? And what am I doing in my life to help enhance myself and to help smooth the way in the world? And reality is sometimes things happen I didn't expect, and sometimes things happen I'm not that thrilled about. But you know what? Divine Mind always is there to do treatment. I do treatment. I know that this situation is right and perfect for the right and perfect outcome. I can pray that. Seeing the truth, the reality of the greatness that each of us hold within us, the power that each of us hold within us is the love that radiates through us, the joy, the wonder. And you'll notice we have Christmas decorations, and I know this time of year, especially for the children, can be a time of wonder, of bright lights, of what's happening. It's an exciting time for some people. It's a pretty time with the lights for other people. It may all depend on our belief system. Yet we can change our belief system. We can say, that served me up until now, and I will no longer feel intimidated by the situation. I will no longer choose to see myself as ugly or in the way, or I will no longer choose to bully other people, whatever it is. Or I will now choose to reach out and touch others. So pay attention to our positive outcome in the world, not a negative one. Our physical, mental, and spiritual growth are a part of life. So just like the bumpy road, and sounds awful, roads, bumps, all that, but think of the Rocky Mountains. Those are some pretty big bumps in the road you have to get over, right? If you think of something in the way, and yet how beautiful are they? The majesty, they're majestic. So what parts of our life have been majestic? May have been so incredibly in the way, and now we realize that is the experience that totally 100% changed my life for the better up until now. Life is full of these gifts, dressed in many disguises. So just be open to learn, to feel, to grow, and to accept, and to release ourselves and to release others from so-called rules of what has to be and what does not have to be, and instead see the joy. Whether I am aware of it or not, I am a spiritual being. And the divine is 100% ready and willing to be able to express through my words, my actions, and my heart always. You see, Dr. Holmes said the life we live is universal life expressing through us. So I'm just not making this stuff up. This is the teachings of Dr. Holmes and teachings of many great mystics. God works through us. Dr. Holmes also said Man is not the power. Man is the avenue through which the power flows, and that's from the essential Ernest Holmes. And in Creative Mind and Success, Dr. Holmes said, by thinking, you set into motion a power that creates. So what am I thinking? What am I thinking and what am I creating? Every thought is received and acted upon by the divine, not some by all thoughts. Whatever pattern we provide, that will be our demonstration. And Dr. Holmes has said that. And I know there's sometimes I've looked at people and I think, what are they thinking? Why did they do that? And then I realize they're looking at me and they're saying, what's that lady thinking? What's going on in her head? Just a part of life, the part of joy of being alive. The reality, we're here for a purpose. We're wonderful, we're whole, we're complete, and within each and every one of us is the power of the divine to express now and always. So I have an affirmation. I will repeat it and then I will ask you to repeat it with me. So I'll repeat it. I move forward in life with joy, experiencing the miracle of God expressing in me, as me, through me, always. Now, together, I move forward in a life with joy, experiencing the miracles of God, expressing in me, as me, through me, always, and so it is. And now, Reverend Judy, would you like to do the closing? Or I will do the closing. How's that? Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a wonderful experience, and it's been fun. And if you would like, you can give to our center, and you can give via PayPal if you go on to our internet. And our internet is at www.cslreddeer.org. Or you can mail to Box 28075, Red Deer. And we also have a donation basket here. Now, if you could join me in the prosperity affirmation, we will read this together. I give and I receive, and I do so with gratitude. All that I am is a gift of spirit. All that I do is my gift back to life, maintaining that perfect circulation that is God in action. I choose to bless myself and my world by sharing generously, and so it is. And if you repeat with me the closing affirmation, I step into the events of this day with enthusiasm, vitality, and a calm expectation of good, as I expect good in every situation. That is what I receive. It is done to me as I believe, and so it is. And now I will do a closing affirmation to go with you all week. Just close your eyes, please, if you wish, and know with me that the divine, wonderful mind, universal mind, in, as, and through me always, that as I go forward this week It is with joy and with ease, and I see the wonderful opportunities to express and be the beautiful human I am. And I choose to learn. I choose to see the opportunities where I can share and help and be present when others need me, and that I am willing to be heard when others choose to listen. For I see my life as a miracle, and I see the joy of being alive. And what a beautiful life it is, for every moment is a gift. And for this I am eternally thankful. And together we say, and so it is. And thank you so much, everyone.